What's going on, YouTube? It's Javen coming at you guys with a video. Today is going to be the first video. Going to be showing you guys a little walk around of the car, stuff like that, and basically an introduction to the channel. As most of you guys know, you guys follow my Instagram. If you guys haven't followed it, Javen LOL, same thing as this YouTube channel. But you guys know I drive a 2001 Camaro Z28. Pretty much nothing's done to it, and a lot of people have been telling me to pretty much start this YouTube channel just so they can see me go through this progression as well. But before we even do a walk around of this car and explain, you know, the future of this channel, hopefully, I do have to go wash the car. And before we go wash the car, I got to go pick up a few things. And before we pick up a few things, might as well give you guys a cold start while it is still cold. So let's get right into that. She can be a little loud in the morning, so I don't know if you guys can hear me. Might as well jump in the car. Yeah, let me show you guys what we're working with. You can see we have bird poop right there. I'll explain all the stickers and stuff. I have a lot of stickers on my car. I'm gonna get more into the lights and everything, rims, and just everything in general. But first, we do need to wash this car and make it look presentable for YouTube itself. I am going to go to a car cleaning shop where they have like a whole bunch of stuff for like car cleaning, like soaps and everything. And yeah, we're gonna take you guys with me, so stay tuned. So we just got here, and if you guys are local, it is called Detail Garage. They sell pretty much anything regards of keeping your car clean. I'll try to link if they have like a website or Instagram down below, so you guys can go check them out, because I believe you can actually order from them even if you're not local. But I am going to go in here real quick and grab myself a dry towel, because I've used a couple and either they get really soaked up or I just don't dry them in time to the point where they just smell like mildew, and it's just a whole big mess. I don't know if they allow recording, so I'm just going to go in there, grab what I need, and then dip out and take you guys when we go to the car wash itself. I actually need to run back home because I forgot all of my wash stuff there like a stupid person. So yeah, we're gonna go home and then we're gonna go to the wash, and then yeah, there's a couple things that I got here. Got a dry towel, detailing spray, and wash mitt. The guys there are super helpful. They tell you how everything works, how basically every single detail that you may need to know about the product in order, you know, make sure it looks good, make sure it looks shiny, make sure it looks like a show car just in any time, any day, you know, with their product. So I'm gonna go ahead and shout them out. It's Detail Garage. Like I said, they're located in Fresno. Go ahead and check them out, and if you guys need anything else, I'm pretty sure they do have a website, and I'll be sure to link it down below. But yeah, we're gonna run home real quick, grab our stuff like our bucket and our soap, and yeah, we're gonna meet you guys at the car wash. So we just got to the car wash. I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up so you guys can get a good view of how we clean this car. I don't use the brushes for anybody wondering. It's a big no-no. Yeah. I don't know if you could hear me in the last clip, but basically, like I said, I don't really use the brush too much, just for the simple fact that I have scratched my paint with this car with using the brush. And even though it's common knowledge, just because everybody uses it, you have like miscellaneous dirt from like different sources, etc. Anything that can really damage the paint. Come on, car people out there, big tip. Bring your own bucket, bring your own wash mitt, bring your own soap. Use the water here to rinse and fill up the buckets, and just give it a good old wash. It does come out better if you use a good soap. I use McGuire's. It's like a basic car soap. It's the Deep Crystal Car Wash. Very basic, but it does make a big difference on the shine. Better than using the car wash's brush. So you can go ahead and dry it off, detail it and all that good stuff, and yeah. As you can see, here was the shine I'm talking about. This paint is nowhere near perfect, but just washing it by hand, it makes a big difference. I'm gonna go vacuum it out, detail it, etc. And we should be ready to showcase the car. So thank you guys for waiting so patiently. Let us hurry up and detail this so we can get straight to what this video was originally about. Yeah, see you guys there. And just like that, we are back. As you can see, the fresh and so clean cut. And we have the car right here. I just got off work, so don't mind if I'm a little tired right now. It is another day from once we shot that first part, but we are still continuing this video. So yeah, let's just hop right into it. So for a lot of people that follow me, this isn't your first time seeing a car. I post this car all the time on my Instagram. I'm gonna give you guys a walk around and I'll explain everything after I'm done with it. Much. All right, so I guess I'll start from the front to the back. The thing about this car, I did start vlogging once I first got this car, so I do have videos from when I first got it, when I took off the RS bumper kit. If you guys know, there's like about 4 types of these Camaros. You have the V6 version, you have the Z28 version, you have the SS version, and you have the RS version. This is a Z28 version. It does get mixed up just because it doesn't have the side badges right here. I'll get to that in just a moment. But it is a Z28, but it did come with a RS badge, RS body kit. I don't know if the previous owner put that on, or I don't know if they come like that in some Z28 forms. I took it off just because, you know, RS kits usually mean that the car is a V6. I have seen some V8s with RS kits, and some people actually enjoy it much rather than the stock body itself. And I can't blame them. The stock body is kind of plain, and that's why I kind of want to, you know, put my taste into this car and try to make it as less bland as possible. You know, give it some spice, give it some seasoning and stuff like that. Like I said, when I first got this car, I did start vlogging with it, and these lights did not come with it. I did buy these separately, and I did install these, and I did document the whole thing. I'll get to why it didn't go through towards the end, but just know the video of installing these I will edit and I will upload now, since I know how to get the video on my PC in order to actually edit everything. So yeah, these two, the lights, so you got the front lights and then the side markers, those are a separate video and I will upload that. Moving on, I did remove this grill right here along with the RS body kit, just for the simple fact that the grill was kind of paint was very dull. It wasn't shiny, it wasn't really, it just looked crappy. And took this off and did my thing with the detailing and pretty much brought it back to life to the point where it looks pretty good like that. This car does have a lot of imperfections, as you can see. This is one of them. Has like a lot of paint cracks. I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, it's like I don't know, it's like leather or some shit, like it just like crinkled up. But paint is going to be probably like mid thing, last thing, if anything. But I do want to keep the car black, but as of right now I'm not really tripping off the paint, just because there is a lot of imperfections in here. So you got swirl marks, you got dents, as you can see. This hood, it's really, I want to say absorbent to like detailing spray. So if it was like a really hot day and I decided to detail my car for like a car show or to cruise, it starts to like dry up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like, it's weird. It's like it dries up and it leaves dry spots when the whole car looks glossy and everything. Moving up top, we do got a Stay Shitty sticker. Shout out to Sideshow Tone. He's one of my inspirations when it comes to this whole street car build and everything like that. Moving on, we are sitting on stocks. I did have Corvette stocks at one point, but just they came in a mismatched set, Therefore, the mismatch part was giving me a lot of issues, such as the tire going flat, and it just stood out and made the whole like set look hideous and everything. So I put my stocks back on and I repainted them, made them look nice. And I'm not really a fan of black on black cars, but this kind of makes it stand out just a little bit, makes it look menacing, especially with the tint. And for those asking, I do have a 35 front windshield, 35 on the sides, and a 5% on the back. So it's not too dark to the point where I can't see and it's dark as hell, but it is pretty dark to the point where at quick glance you really can't see who's in the car, but it's not too dark. If I really wanted to, roll down the windows and everything, you know, pretty much is okay. And I know a lot of people are going to come for me about this, but yeah, I have no front tire tread. These front tires used to be on the back, and I pretty much, when I first got this car, I was just going crazy with, you know, getting sideways and doing burnouts and everything like that. I have learned my lesson, because finding that tire size, which is about 245 1650, it's a hard thing. So if I want that tire size again, I gotta pay a pretty penny. Those are new. I'm not I learned my lesson. Yeah, I'm good off that. Moving on to the side, here's what I was talking about. So this car does have a salvage title, therefore it was wrecked on this panel right here. And with it being wrecked, they had to actually get a new panel, and that panel did not come with the Z28 symbol. So as that side looks, you know, smooth and doesn't have no Z28 symbol, this side actually was untouched. So it did still have the Z28 symbol, but I did not really like the way how it kind of like looked. I did take that off and I had to scrape it. It still has some residue on there. I'm probably gonna have to go back over it just so I can, you know, try to get as much off as possible, but I'm not really tripping over it. That's my proof that this car is a Z28. It's not just like a V6 or anything like that, trust me. I guess we'll talk about my wheel setup. Now, this is just a temporary wheel setup. I do plan on getting rims very soon. Hopefully next month if things are looking right. I am running 245 50 by 16 in the front, and in the back I'm running 255 50 by 16 in the back. I'm not really the type of guy that notices, you know, tread difference or, you know, the way how tires feel when the profile is a little different. So as of right now, like I said, this is just a temporary setup. I'm not really tripping off of it. It just gets me to point A to point B, do a little donuts here and there, do a little burnout. It's all there, you know what I mean? Before we get into the interior, I'm gonna move on to the back. Now this rear end, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of unique. When people get Camaros, they usually go for the SS spoiler, or they just keep it with the stock spoiler, get like the aggressive SS wing. But when removing the RS kit, when it came to the spoiler, I kind of liked it, just for the fact that if you look at this point right here, it looks aggressive as hell. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really aggressive, looks really nice from the side profile. Whenever you get like a side shot of it, or when you see it go down the street, it looks really clean and just looks different. You rarely see people rocking that spoiler, and I'm gonna try to keep it as long as possible. I'm gonna try to, you know, include like an add-on to it, like a extension wicker bill, but who knows, we'll see in the future. That is my car club, Underrated. You can go ahead and follow them. I'll link them down below or pop them up on the screen right here. Yeah, right there. Underrated. It is me, my brother, my boy Rolex, and my boy Marquise. All their Instagrams will be on the car club itself, so if you guys want to go check them out and show them love, go ahead and do so, and you know, follow me while you're at it, you know what I mean? Next sticker down below, I know my window's very dirty, I'm so sorry about that, but moving down below, we got Stinny's. She likes it sideways. Shout out Stinny's. Very chill girl. She's a female driver. She has bars. When it comes to this street drifting scene, I really do look up to the Bay, as they, you know, treat these cars right here. They treat them as, you know, FD cars, you know. They daily drive them if they got to, but you know, most importantly, they have fun with them. They rarely garage keep them, and that's what I'm against. I'm really against garage kept cars unless it's like a classic or anything. But if it's like something like this, you know, why not push it to its full potential and have fun with it while you can before, you know, gas cars are extinct, you know what I mean? So I really do look up to them because they set a prime example. You know, I want to lead in their footsteps. And yeah, shout out to the Bay Area. You guys are really a big inspiration when it comes to this car stuff for me and, you know, my homies as well. So appreciate you guys. Moving on, we got a UMI Performance. Now I got a couple things UMI Performance, just a couple, I guess. We have this shorty antenna. I'm not gonna lie, the stock antenna is really, really ugly. It just goes like straight up. And then once you hit like any sort of branch or any sort of car wash that you go through, you just hear it like just boom. Sounds like the little door thingies that you used to play with as a kid. The Shorty just gives it a really, you know, clean look. As you can see, it looks really clean. You know, there's still an antenna there, so it's not like nothing's there and it just shows like the antenna part, but it's a nice little thing. I ain't gonna lie, I love it. Very cheap upgrade as well. I believe it was like 30 to 50 bucks. So if you got an F-body, I would say invest into that. It really does transform your car just a little bit, but I really find it very necessary. The next thing on UMI is my lowering springs. The spring rate that I am running, 1.5 drop in the back and 1.25 in the front. It really does level the car and it gets rid of that monster truck height. There's spring rates out there, such as like you can even get a 2-inch drop, you can get a 1.5 drop all around. Honestly, I might go with a 2-inch drop for my next set of wheels, just so I can get rid of, you know, any sort of gap there is, because I don't think I'm going to run this big of a tire profile or just this big of a wheel setup, you know. So I kind of want to eliminate any sort of gaps as well. Very cheap alternative to lowering your car and get rid of that monster truck gap that F-bodies, you know, always come with for some odd reason. So I think we got everything settled for the outside. I guess I'll talk about the exhaust as well. Everything on this car is pretty much stuck. There is no cold air intake, there's no cam, there's none of that. There's none of that. The only thing I really do have with this car is resonator delete and a muffler delete, and it makes the car sound okay, I guess. You know, it could always be refined with a whole exhaust setup, but with the emission laws in Cali, it kind of makes it difficult when you want to get an exhaust and you got to worry about the cops messing with you. So honestly, it's like a risk that you have to take, and which I honestly am going to take, to be honest, just for the simple fact I do want to change the tone of this car. All that being said, we are going to go ahead and jump into the interior. There's really nothing much in the interior. I do have two 12s in the back. The setup is kind of messy. I'm not going to show that. I am going to clean it up a bit before I do show it. Probably going to do another video on that. But I guess one of the main things is that I have a quick release steering wheel. Now the sucky part about this thing was that I did not record this, and this was like one of the biggest things that I wanted to do with any car that I own. I always wanted a quick release Sparco steering wheel, and I finally decided to drop a bag for my birthday just so I can fulfill my dream. It does not ding. That is probably going to be another video when I do get the ding. I am probably going to get a whole new steering wheel setup because, as you can see, this is getting really grimy just for me driving with lotion and car grease and all that stuff. So probably am going to get a whole new steering wheel setup and change out the short hub and everything like that. So there might be a ding. So stay tuned. Other than that, there's really not much interior work, I guess. You know, everything's pretty much stock, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Here she is in all her glory and all that stuff. Let you guys get a good look. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention. It is a T-top. That is glass. You can see if we sit inside, that is glass. I guess it is a rare thing for Camaros to have T-tops. I always thought that every 4th gen Camaro had T-tops, but I guess not. I guess it's a rare thing. Somewhat. I'm not saying it's like, oh, super rare, but I guess it's somewhat rare. It's like a 50-50 chance. But yeah, it is T-top. Very nice. Glad it's not drop top. And yeah, that's about that. So now, since we have walked through the whole car, I guess I figured to tell you guys where I want this channel, or what I plan to do with this channel, just so we don't get no confusion here. And you know, everything's just set on the table in this video, and that's it. So with this channel, of course, it's going to be on my car. The thing about that is I'm not going to try to force content out. I'm going to try not to. Therefore, I'm not going to just, like, you know, hop in my car and be like, oh, we're going to go down the street and try to make a big deal about it. And then again, I'm not going to try to just make this, you know, something that's forced. Whenever I get a car part, I'm going to install it, put it on the channel. Whenever I go to a cruise, I'm going to, you know, tag, you know, bring you guys along. Just whenever I'm doing anything that I think is content worthy, I'm going to post. I'm not just going to make something up. Therefore, the videos may be scarce for the very beginning of it. But at the same time, at least it's actual genuine content and not just something that I just pulled out of thin air and just like, all right, let's go get this view real quick. Let's go get this quick views. Let's go get this quick money. You know, I just want to make this as genuine as possible, just because this car is something that I do enjoy, especially since it's, you know, something that you really don't see on YouTube that much. And I do want to change the game a bit and actually put my own style into this and bring it to the internet. I have seen a lot of people, you know, do the same style that I am thinking of. I'm not saying they're copying me. I have no right to say they're copying me. But, you know, I am inspired by their style. So if you see me doing anything that you have seen on F-Bodies, just know I am inspired by a lot of F-Body people. I go on Instagram and find new builds every single day. So I'm just inspired by a lot of people when it comes to this car. But at the same time, I am inspired by another source, which is JDM. I am a big JDM fan. So I'm going to be putting some JDM taste into some muscle. And hopefully it's going to come out pretty good with this car. And I can't wait to take you guys alongside with the journey. And yeah, I can't wait to see this car progress as well. So yeah, I appreciate you guys for tuning in and actually looking at my car and, you know, coming along with everything. And yeah, so if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe, comment what kind of car do you have. How about that? What kind of car do you have? What do you plan on doing to it? And comment what was your favorite part of the video as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, it has been your boy Javen, and I gotta think of an outro. Man, just ruining the video. You too? Anyway, like I was saying, I gotta think of an outro. I was thinking of something. Yeah, let me just use that. Let me restart my outro again. It's been your boy Javen. Remember to be great, be yourself, love yourself, and as always, keep that shit peace. I'm fuck with y'all.
Drippin', saucy, bitch, I do this often. My bitch is bad, she always in office. So I got the tags on running my body. Can't see the pads, I'm living too fast. With 20, my dash, I'm up, but I lost him. He wanna brag, I emptied his bag and took what he had. Don't care what it cost him. Then he broke.